the other two. First one, you're firing from position. Second time, you're firing from motion. Try it now. Go. Get a little tactical now when you shadow fighting, because now you're learning to turn your opponent. Tactic means you're using a technique, some type of movement, in conjunction with a fighting principle. Those three aspects create what we call a tactic. Please learn the difference between a tactic and a strategy. Most karate people can't even spell it. What'd you find, Phil? Oh, that's just a little knife. Don't worry about it. All right, go. How we doing? Okay, now. Second biggest mistake I see in the fight game. We get hit too much. When we hit the bag or shadow fight, we're always firing. You know, there's no defense involved. Just holding your hands up is not really defense. It's more of a shield. How do you dodge those incoming bullets? Now this is what I want you guys work on. Watch this. Learning to slip. It's 4 steps. Try to stay with it. Separate feet and fighting stance. Number 1, I want you to learn to shift your weight from one foot to the other. Watch this easy. Shift about 10% more weight to the front foot. Then shift about 10% to the rear foot. Let me see you shift. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Let me see the weight shift. Try to do it relaxed. Keep your legs relaxed. That's one aspect of learning to slip and punch. Now watch. When you shadow fight, second step. I want you to do this. Take your shoulder and just kind of rotate it in, then rotate the other one in. Rotate that shoulder in, rotate the other shoulder in. So you learn to just try to turn the shoulder. Turn the shoulder, turn the rear shoulder. Turn the front shoulder in, turn the rear shoulder in. See, folks, this is defense. Defense is not doing that with your hands. That's what karate teaches us. You know how crazy that is? Watch. If I'm on the battlefield, and this is a tree trunk, and you're shooting at me, I'm not going to grab the tree and move it over here in front of me. I'm going to get behind the tree. When you go over here to take advantage of this line of fire, I don't move the tree, I move myself behind the tree. Does that make sense? Martial arts teaches us the opposite of that. The tree, the shield is your hands. They teach you to keep the target stationary and move the hands to catch everything. I always say, what idiot came up with that? Now that works when you have weapons, but folks, when we put the weapons down and create what they call Okinawa karate, you can't subscribe to the same principles. Now watch. So my defense is, let's say Randy's throwing a straight right hand at my chin. If I try to block it and I miss, I get hit. But if I learn the roll of the body, see, it blocks it. Roll the body, boom. Even if he jabbed at me, boom, boom, boom. Does everybody see it? So I'm using my body as my defense. So when he throws the right hand, I roll the body, boom, I'm free for a counter punch with my hand. My hand's not taking time out to block. Does that make sense, everybody? What do you do? Block everything? Your body does nothing? Takes a break? See? This is your main defense. Learning to move that body. Denying your opponent access to the target. Primary line even. Not trying to block everything. We only block as a last resort. What's your primary means of defense? Hitting first. So I'm not using my hands to block. I'm using my hands instead to show that sucker he's got no defense. See, that's my attitude. I'm not out here, oh, Lord, on top, man, he's got a good right hand. Oh, watch out, man, he's got a good cut kick. Oh, he's got that, whatever that thing is. Yes or no, right? He always throws it. And he always throws it when he's lured you into thinking he's tired. And here it comes! Randy's getting tired. Watch out! What's that funny? And you laugh. You think it's a good, neat technique. See, he'll be losing the fight. He don't care. Because he's going to make you look like a fool. Now, what style is that? Ballad Kudo? Okay. All right. Now watch. Where am I at now? Here we go. Here we go. Third step in learning to slip. I want you to do this. Watch it. I want you to slip your weight forward and just dip down with your knees. Shift your weight back, dip down and up. Forward, down and up. Back, down and up. Forward, down, up. Just let your knees collapse. Kind of squatting like you're taking a moving away. Okay? I want you to drop down, up, drop down, up, drop down, up, like somebody's punching. There you go. Just let them clap. See, when you let them clap, just bring down and up. Good, good, good. Okay? Now I want you to try to put those three motions together. Watch it. Instead of going forward and collapsing, I want you to go forward as you collapse. Roll the rear shoulder in. Now watch. When you go back to collapse, roll the front shoulder in. Now watch me. By doing that, it forces me into the fourth part of slipping. It brings my heel up. Watch it. Shift the weight back, roll the shoulder, collapse, it brings the heel up. That's step number 4. Got me? Now watch. When I shift the weight forward, rotate, collapse, it brings the opposite heel up. Slip, slip. Now watch. Watch this, please. Instead of going forward and back when you slip, I was taught to get power in my punches years ago by shifting weight sideways. See, the weight goes to the left side, goes to the right side. Everybody see I'm going sideways? I'm not necessarily going forward and back. I'm going side to side. So I shift the weight to the right, shift the weight to the left, shift the weight to the right, shift the weight to the left. So that's a little different than shift the weight forward and back. Does everybody understand? So now instead of shifting forward and back, I want you to go right, left, right, left. Now watch it. If I go to the right, roll the shoulder, collapse, it brings the heel up. Go to the left, roll the shoulder, collapse, it brings the heel up. Now watch. Slip right, slip left. Slip right, slip left. Does everybody understand the difference? Shift your weight side to side instead of forward and back. All right, try. So you get a sense of rhythm and a sense of fluidness. Nice, soft motion. Now, these 4 steps of movement that you're working on, learning to slip, creates what for you? The science of fighting is the art of hitting without being hit. Half that definition is not being hit. But we spend 90% of our time working on punching and kicks. How many of you, when you work the heavy bag, double end bag, or focus mitts, hit and work on moving after you hit? Hit, work on blocking after you hit. Do you work as much defense as you do offense? When I watch these cardio classes, which where a lot of these bad habits are coming from, people hit the bag, see, instead of pop, 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 circle, circle, hit it again, slide over, slide back. Does everybody see it? Roll the shoulder, hit it, block the knee, block the knee. See, all those little defensive drills, which give you just as much exercise benefit as the punches and kicks. Like when you block the knee, as long as you bring that knee above the waist, see, you're going to be working these abdominal muscles up in here, okay? Now watch. Biggest problem I'm seeing with the K1 fighters and even my own guys, you guys out there fighting this, you're getting hit too much, and it comes because when you train, like the shadow fighting I'm showing you now, which I want you to carry over when you spar and hit airbagging, we don't teach people effectively how to mix your offense with your defense. It's a major problem in martial arts today. Please listen to what I'm saying. Mixing the two together. Instead of going bump, 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 bump. Offense, offense, offense. This is what I want you to do now. Hands up. I want you to throw 2 punches. Let's go in with a shotgun. A straight jab with the right hand. 1, 2. All right, now as you throw those 2 punches, I want you to move your head between the 2 punches. Watch this. If I fire the jab, notice my head is right behind my jab, so my face is straight in front of Randy's head. As I pull my jab back, he can come right over the top with the right hand. Boom. Does everybody see that? Okay. Randy, slow it down for these guys from Tennessee. Okay. Now what? So, as I'm pulling my left hand back to hit him with my right hand, he comes right across that little gap on my elbow. It's called the right cross. I get nailed before I hit him. So what I want to do is, when I throw the right hand, bring it in. I'm going to come 4 inches to the side, so the punch goes over the shoulder, front of the shoulder. Does that make sense? So I got defense here because I'm moving my head between the 2 punches. All right, try that now. Don't lean, just move the head over about 4 inches. So you start to work defense now between these 2 punches anyway, because you're giving your opponent angles. Every time you punch, and follow up with another punch, or some sort of head movement between those 2 punches. Or when you kick and then punch, on some kind of head movement, between the kick and the punch. Alright, that's one thing you can add. Now, as soon as you finish a punch, I want you to immediately go into a slip. Watch this, we do a little shotgun. 1, 2, slip, slip. 1, 2, slip, slip. Right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's going to be hard for the guy to counter punch you. Now we're going to open up with 2 slips. Watch it. Slip, slip, then punch. Slip, slip. Go. Slip, slip, punch, then slip. This is called blending or mixing your offense and your defense together. They are integrated. One complements the other. They must complement each other. You don't separate them, you make them complement each other. You marry the two together. That's why I don't like teaching offense separate of defense, because it creates the bad habit from the beginning. All right, let me repeat. This, to me, is one of the 2 biggest problems in the fighting game. Number one, guys don't know how to get in shape. They think good technique is the answer. They think good trainers is the answer. Guys, you got to have good sparring partners. The hell with the trainer. Now, my theme this year is the educated trainer. Now, that term comes out of the concept where guys throw a jab. What's the difference between a jab and an educated jab? An educated jab not only hits like the regular jab does, an educated jab means there's purpose, there's intent behind the jab. What are you doing with the jab? Well, I want to blind him, but that's not good enough. The purpose of my jab is to break his balance. If I can hit the target, beat him to the draw, break his balance, keep him off balance, keep him out of his rhythm. Now I've got a good educated jab. I want you to be like that as a trainer. That's what I mean by an educated trainer. Anybody say, I'm here to show you how to throw a punch. All right, go out and run 6 miles. All right, come out and throw some more punches. I need purpose behind what you're doing. Like when I was working with Mark for 2 months. We didn't do the little Mickey Mouse 2-minute rounds. See? You go into amateur boxing, what they call novice. If you're under 16 years old, they only do 1-minute rounds. Then they move you up to 2-minute rounds. We got professional black belts today still doing those Mickey Mouse 2-minute rounds. Before he went to Ulster, he did 5 3-minute rounds against 3 different guys. One guy 2 rounds, another guy 1 round, and 2 rounds with me. When he went over there, he only had to fight 1 guy for 7 2-minute rounds. 7 2-minute rounds with a 1-minute rest. He did 15 minutes of fighting before he went over there. Well, how much time did he have the rest? Total of 2 minutes, because we only allowed him 30 seconds between rounds. None of this Mickey Mouse 1 minute. I got that working with the Marine Corps boxing gym, or the Marine Corps boxing team. We were never, ever, ever allowed a full 1-minute rest when we sparred or did rounds. Okay? You don't need a full minute rest. If you need a full minute rest, folks, you don't need to be fighting. Because I can tell you what's going to happen before you get in the ring. Now, as you're shadow fighting, I want to work a little bit on giving him angles. And I don't want to headhunt all the time. See what we're doing? We're headhunting all the time. I want you to go upstairs and downstairs. This time, I want you to create another combination. All right? I want you to do this. I just want you to step in, 4 inches off to the side, go with low right hand. Now go to the stomach. See, I'm not in front of his right hand. See his right hand out. See, I'm not in front of him. See, I went off to the side. Then from here, I'm going to come up with a hook, back upstairs. So watch, this is called a side swipe. Down underneath, back upstairs. That's it, try that. Great little combination. Southpaw, and I'm up against Randy. Of course, first thing Randy's going to do is laugh. But this is my first style. No, I learned southpaw. Then the whole time I worked with Bruce Lee, he had me right side forward. Now watch. He's got to worry about my power left hand here, this power round kick coming from the rear side. So the first thing he's going to do is neutralize these 2 techniques. Look at his front foot. He's going to move 6 inches to the side. Now I can still throw the left hand, but he's giving me an angle. This is called angle movement. Got me? You can change the depth between the joints, you can change the height of his target, or you can change the width of it. Notice by moving to the side, he's changed the width. He's put me on a little angle. Now from there, he can sneak in front of my front hand, come underneath the right hand. See what he's doing? So he's going to step underneath, straight right hand, and right back up with the left hook, double left hook. Got me? Then from here, you can slide out and round kick. Everybody see it? Good way to deal with a southpaw. If he's in front of me, I'm orthodox. Let's say I got a dangerous right hand or a dangerous round kick here. Which way is he going to position? Come back. You gave him a hint, didn't you? Which way is he going to move now? Is he going to move to his left? Is he going to move to his right? Tell me. He's going to step over there. Now I can still throw it, but see, it throws me off balance. So I have to twist a little more. So that's it. So right off the bat, the angle he's giving me is weakening my position. Am I helping? So when you shadow fight, instead of standing the same spot all the time, coming out, going out of the pocket, engaging, disengaging, come right back to your pocket. Play with angles once in a while. So this is what don't you do now. Let's do a little footwork now as we shadow fight. Let's just work on this. Watch. I want you to step in with a jab, in and back out. Go. All right, again, step in and out with the jab, in and out. Now this time I want you to put the right hand behind the jab, going downstairs, but as you come back off on an angle. All right, go through that sequence again. Go through that. We're not turning, you just slide off. This is perfect. He's picking off my jab. I step in the jab, he just picks it off. He cuffs and brushes it to the side. He's not blocking it. He's not carrying it. It's called brushing. Everybody understand the term? Cuff and brush. I stand him again. He cuffs and brushes it off. Then when I step in the right hand, this time, see, he's thinking, I'm going to jab, he's going to come back down with the right hand because he sees me going straight back on him. So he says, well, as soon as he fired, before I step back, there's an element. So I go, bonk, 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 slide off at an angle, and he's going to miss me as I pull it out. Everybody got it?
Sir.
So now as you shadow fight, think about practicing angles. Here's an angle. I'm changing my height. High, low. You see it? In and out, in, pull back on an angle. Has everybody got it? All right, try working some angles now as you shadow fight. Work on getting in and out, in and out. Here's your gap, in, pull up. We don't sell these yet. You go to a sporting goods store. Sports Authority sells them. Dick's Sporting Goods sells them. The prices vary from $6 to $10. Get you a pair or set of these 16-ounce squeeze balls. All right?
Yes.
And I can work it with the thumb, squeeze them this way. Okay. Or I can slide it back if I work with the two smaller fingers. Every time you punch, 6 rounds with this with no gloves on. Of course, you're working your forearm. At the end of the punch, fast squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Got me? Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. See, nothing fancy, but learning. These things to give you a heck of a workout. He just started using, what, about 2 months ago. First thing you realize the next day, your forearm's so stiff you can't move it. But you start getting those forearms nice and tight because the only thing you want tight when you're punching is from the wrist to the knuckles. Got me? Everything else is completely relaxed. It's a great workout tool. Okay, then your gloves don't get all sweated up every time you shadow fight. Now when you wrap your hands, it's a little harder to squeeze the ball with those hand wraps on real tight, but it's an excellent tool for you to work with. Okay, so rather than Mickey Mouse around like this, shadow fight and get you those squeeze balls and work on it. Now watch. Face me really. So as you shadow fight, please work on the good positioning. Next, I want you to work on good footwork, getting in and out. As you do that, I want you to learn to fire from position as well as fire from motion, both styles. Then I want you to mix your defense with your offense. Defense, offense. Defense, offense. Defense, back offense. Did everybody see it? They keep running together. Mix them together properly. Don't separate them. We start separating them with your classes from white belt all the way up. You get black belts today, not only can they not spar with the flip, but they can't even shadow fight, guys. You all should learn how to shadow fight. That's critical. I can look at people shadow fighting and I know if they know how to fight or not. Let's look at all the little things I pointed out to you already, the little basics. And when I see people, elbows out, chin up, shoulder back, stance too wide, knees straight, weight's not distributed properly, they're mixing position firing with motion firing, they don't mix their defense with the offense, they never turn, they never give you angles. How the heck are they going to fight me? Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes,
Heck, I'll stick them on Randy first. See, I'll make you famous. I like that. All right, now watch.